You've worked hard your whole life to accumulate assets, but what if I told you that probate in Iowa could take up to 5% of everything you own? I'm Ryan Williams and a partner at Allied Legal, and today I'm going to break down for you exactly what probate costs in Iowa and why these numbers matter more than you might think. Now, here in Iowa, probate costs are calculated largely based off of the gross value of your estate. Let's say you own a home and it's worth $300,000. You have $100,000 in retirement accounts and $50,000 in savings. That's a $450,000 gross estate. Your family will pay court filing fees, typically several $100s just to open the case. Then there's the attorney fees. Iowa law allows attorneys to charge up to 2% of the gross value of the estate. On a $450,000 estate, that's $9,000 in attorney fees alone. But wait, there's more. The executor, the person managing your estate, is entitled to the exact same fee schedule. It's another 2% and an additional $9,000. If it has to be a professional that steps in, that's money coming out of your estate. We're already at over $18,000 and we haven't even covered appraisal fees, publication costs, certified copies of documents, taxes, tax returns, or any complications that come up. Now, the fees for court costs and attorneys are not the only expense. Probate in Iowa typically lasts 12 to 36 months. And during that time, your family may not be able to access the majority of your assets. They're frozen while the court process works itself out. Now imagine your spouse is needing to pay the mortgage, but the bank accounts are tied up in probate. Or your adult children need to sell the house, but they can't because the title is stuck in court. How much do you pay each month in mortgage, property taxes, utilities? And here's something critical. Most of the fees are based off of the gross value of the estate, not the net value. If you have a $300,000 house with a $200,000 mortgage, the fees are calculated on the full $300,000, even though your equity is only $100,000. And if your estate requires any extraordinary services, dealing with tax issues, selling real estate, handling disputed matters, attorneys can request additional fees on top of that 2% at their hourly rate. Those typically are going to run in Iowa anywhere from $200 to $400 an hour. Now, there is some good news. If the total probate assets in your estate are under $200,000, Iowa offers a simplified small estate process with lower costs, fewer regulations. But most homeowners in Iowa are going to exceed that threshold with just the value of their house alone. Now, it's going to depend on whether assets are classified as probate or non-probate. So before you've done anything, make sure you check with the probate attorney to verify which category your assets are going to fall in. This is why families invest in living trusts. Yes, there's an upfront cost to create the trust, but consider this. Spend a few $1,000s now to set up a trust properly, or have your family spend up to 5% of the value of your estate, everything you own, plus 12 to 36 months of working with me. I would not wish that on my worst enemies. A properly funded revocable living trust bypasses probate completely. Your family can avoid the court costs, all of the attorney fees, executor fees, and any of the delays associated with probate. The trustees of your new trust can access accounts immediately. They can work on distributing the assets according to your wishes. Now look, nobody wants to think about these costs. They're not the most fun thing to spend money on, but ignorance is not bliss when it comes to probate. Your family is either going to deal with this now through proper planning or later when they're grieving and stressed. At Allied Legal, we serve Iowans in the West Des Moines, Cedar Rapids, and Greater Des Moines areas, and we will come to you if you're not nearby. Schedule your 100% free consultation with Allied Legal today. Let's run the numbers together. Let's create a plan that makes sense for you and your family, and that fits within your budget. If you want to get started, click the link below.